What's going on, guys? Kevin here, and what I thought I'd do in this video is share a little story with you because it's kind of fresh in my mind as I'm here working by myself. Plus, some of the topics that came up on the radio kind of got me thinking about this story, so I'm like, man, I should share this with everybody and see what they think. They'll probably get a kick out of it. So, story time, yeah. So I was 17, 18 years old, and those were my first couple years of bodybuilding and whatnot. And back then, that was all I cared about. All I gave a shit about was trying to get bigger. And I had, at the time, I was working at World Gym when it was still open near my house. I was a cleaner there. So it was like one of my little, like, new entry-level jobs. And I worked with this cute little girl that was always really, really persistent about wanting to hang out with me, and I was always blowing her off. Back then, I just didn't give a shit, so anything that wasn't related to working out, I just blew it all off. I didn't let anything get in my way of my goals. So, a couple months go by, and I'm still blowing her off, and obviously this is making her want to hang out even more. So, she gives me her senior picture. I think, it was senior year. So I was 17, 18 years old around there. She gives me her senior picture. My buddies end up seeing it. And they read on the back of the picture what she said. And they're like, dude, you're stupid, man. You need to hang out with this girl. She freaking wants it. And then I'm just like, okay. So, it's like, I knew my friends were going to keep asking me, did you go out with that chick? Did you go out with that chick? So I kind of felt like I had to, just so I wouldn't get them off my back so they wouldn't keep asking about it. So after the third or fourth month, I'm finally like, all right, you want to hang out, we'll hang out. So we end up, before I get to that part of the story, I used to drink those weight gainer shakes. And they used to give me really bad diarrhea. All right, you guys probably know where this is going. So, she comes over to my house, and I was living with my dad at the time. We had this small little house, and so she comes over to my dad's house, and we go and get food. We go to some steakhouse or whatever. Well, before we left for the steakhouse, I downed one of those shakes. So we end up going to the steakhouse or whatever. Everything's cool. And she's like, all right, let's go back to your dad's house. So I already knew what was possibly going to happen from there. But on the way there, I start getting the gurgles in my stomach like, oh man, I got to take a shit. What do I do? What do I tell her? And so I'm like, man, this is really embarrassing. It's like, how do you break it to a girl you're hanging out with? Like, listen, I got to blow this bathroom out, and you're just going to have to listen to it. Anyway, so we're driving back to my dad's house, and I'm just like, you know what? I think I got food poisoning. I feel like I'm going to puke. So when we get back to my dad's house, if you want to hang out at a different time, I got to drop you off. And you could just see that look of disappointment on her face. And it's not like I could have, got away with it, because the house that I lived in with my dad at the time, the bathroom was right there in the living room. And it was our only bathroom. I mean, it was a small house. So she would have freaking hit the road anyway. So after that, I dropped her off. I did what I had to do. And after that, when I started, when it came time to go back to work, and like, she just blew me off cold shoulder, didn't want to talk to me. I mean, she thought I wasn't attracted to her, but the fact was, I had shit really fucking bad. So I've told a few people that story, and they crack up about it. And just based on some of the topics that were coming out on the radio, and just thinking about it as I'm working here by myself, I figured I'd share that with you guys, and see what you thought of it. But let me know some of your funny stories, whatever it is, put it in the comments section. And I got some uploads coming up. They should be online in a few days. I'm just in the process of editing, and yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. You guys just keep your eyes peeled, and this stuff should be up in a couple of days. So let me know if you guys like the story. Take care.